Harrelson Plumbing and Heating provides HVAC, sewer, septic, and more to Mattoon and the surrounding area. Harrelson also has portable toilets and a restroom trailer for on-site events. For more information, visit harrelsonplumbing.com or call 217-235-0987.
Since 1947, Culligan Water of Charleston at 914 18th Street has been your local water treatment specialist in the area. They offer services and recommendations for any water concern you may have. To learn more, choose Culligan.com or by phone at 348-0159. And remember, hey Culligan man. Where are we today on Rameen's Road Trips? Well, we have traveled to Crawford County, Illinois, between Robinson and Palestine. We are at the Crawford County Airport as we tape here in the first week of June 2026. And we're going to talk about this facility that just got a grand reopening a few days before our taping here on June 4th. And to help us out, we welcome to the program Vicki May. Tell us all about this airport, what it has been and what it is now. So Vicki, welcome.
Well, thank you, Rameen. And I've been a board member here for several years, and we've got a lot of people here who are pilots or people that love aviation, been here for several years. And as you've explained, back in March of 2023, the entire airport was destroyed by a tornado. There was nothing left, everything was leveled. And so here we are, we've built everything back. It's bigger, newer, and nicer. It was a struggle, and it was very hard on a lot of people. There were 19 planes that were lost. Oh, wow. And the fixed-based operator here that maintains planes, you see them around us here,
right.
They lost everything. The planes that were being worked on were gone too. So it's a big comeback story for us.
It is. Let's give folks at home a little preface if they haven't seen you on our WEIU programs 4 years ago, around this time of year that we're taping, 4 years ago in 2022. WEIU did one of those Our Story programs on Crawford County. Vicki was a storyteller, told us all about the airport at that time. Unfortunately, Vicki referenced the tornado that happened in the spring of 2023, so the less than a year after you presented that wonderful story on the Crawford County Airport, the history of it, obviously the Roush brothers, if you want to talk about some of that in this interview. So the physical damage, it was what it was, but I think something that you told me you wanted to share in this interview is the impact it had on the community as a whole and individuals or individual families, that this place means a lot to them.
Well, like I say, there were 19 planes lost, so every one of those planes had an owner that lost, in some cases, like our plane, it was a member of the family. And it'd been our plane for 25 years and it was gone overnight. So there are stories like that out here. People lost their planes, the contents of their hangars. That we had some smaller parts of the hangars that people had things like antique cars stored in, everything lost. And some people had insurance and some didn't, or didn't have the full coverage. And there was a thriving aviation maintenance business here. It was a total loss, and they had insurance and built back, as we can see.
This is the hangar of the
business.
Yeah,
this is a hangar of the business, but you know, you don't really ever completely recover from something like that.
Everything was destroyed.
Most people are not insured to lose absolutely everything.
But everything, for those folks that are seeing this here on this Rameen's Road Trips program, the whole facility, everything was
was rebuilt.
To the ground. And,
Yeah,
and built back
level
up.
to the ground,
Yes,
yes.
and then built back up.
And everything has been built back, hangars, office, navigation aids, even the runway lights, everything was gone.
Wow.
And the only thing that survived was the runways, for obvious reasons, but
Well, yes.
everything had to be built back.
Okay. All right. We're gonna put a pause there on the rebuilding. We'll talk about that some more. Give for us that are learning about the Crawford County Airport and where it is now here in 2026. Let's go back to the beginning. Give us some history of Crawford County Airport, aviation in this county. Where did it all start?
Well, it all started here with the Roush brothers that the airport is named for.
That's a big name in aviation.
Big name in aviation, and just a few years after the Wright brothers, there were 3 Roush brothers, and they were building prototype, new at the time, brand new planes,
They were
and
right
flying
there
them.
at the beginning of flying.
And nobody knows for sure, but they think right down there on that hill, that's where they started out.
Wow.
So they became airline pilots, barnstormers. They were very, very those were the big boom days of aviation when it was new.
And they are referenced.
And they were right in the middle of it.
And they are referenced on the sign there off of Highway 33.
Right. And so, they went on to big careers, and they had planes here. Then in the 40s, down at Vincennes, Lawrenceville Vincennes, was George Field, and it was a big Army training facility for pilots.
Okay.
This was built as a satellite facility back in the 40s.
In the 40s.
So the pilots would go back and forth, and they had a few planes here. It didn't get a lot of use, but that's what it was originally built for, was the World War II training facility.
So it started out as that.
Yes, and after the war, for a while it just sat here. And as with many of these facilities, they were eventually deeded over to the locals. So this was deeded over to the city of Robinson, which is the county seat.
Right.
And the city operated it for a while. Then they created an airport authority based out of Robinson.
Yes.
And the airport authority managed it. And eventually, in 2007, it became a county-wide airport.
Right. It does have a Palestine address.
Yes. It technically, it's closest to Palestine.
It's in between the 2 towns.
Yeah, it's in between the 2 towns. So the mailing address is Palestine, but the airport itself is a county-wide airport.
Correct. Yes.
It's tax supported by the whole county. So now it's a county-wide airport, and it still has an airport authority. That 7 individuals that all live here in the county and operate it, or manage the operation of it. And then the actual day-to-day operation is, we contract with Sky's the Limit, which is Howard and Sandy, husband and wife team, and they do the day-to-day operation of the airport.
They're working right behind us. You might hear some clanging through our microphones.
Working on planes, yes.
Working on planes. So this is a county airport, as we learned in your Crawford County story. This airport brings people to the county. Obviously, aviation. You fly from point A to point B, but one of the big things that it provides is, because of the businesses that you have in Robinson, you're able to bring business type people here that may not be able to get here quicker or sooner.
This is a big access point for the local businesses. Marathon Petroleum uses it and always has used it.
Yes.
And Hershey Candy uses it.
It's amazing. Still, I learned about all these Crawford County stories. It is amazing. In one community, you have some names.
Well, Fortune 500 companies, yes.
And obviously, your local Crawford County hospital.
The hospital uses it, and one thing some people don't know is, the hospital has a medevac helicopters. Well, when the weather is bad, they can't fly in and out of the hospital, but a lot of times, because of our nav aids, they can fly in and out of here. So if you're one of the people being airlifted, doesn't it make you feel a little better knowing that if it's cloudy or raining or whatever, they can't land there, they can still come out here.
And if I recall from the previous stories from that program, specialty doctors and medical people are able to fly in.
We have doctors fly in, medical people.
Wow.
Different experts for different things. There's a lot of businesses here that people fly in to see them. And that's just the business side of it. There's a big recreational side. All our hangars are full.
Right.
We've got a lot of pilots out here.
Right.
And the crop dusting services will use us. We don't have one based here, but the crop dusting services use the airport.
Okay.
Like I said, medical uses the airport. It was just announced a couple of months ago, we're going to get funding, the county, over $2 million for a new industrial park.
Okay.
Out at Gordon Junction, which is very close to this airport.
Okay.
And there were a number of infrastructure requirements for them to get this grant, and one of them was an airport.
There you go.
So, they had to have
Very
state
nice.
highway, they had to have rail, water, sewer, electric, all the normal things, but they had to have an airport.
All right, thank you very much for that wonderful history and how it's served Crawford County now. Obviously, you said the facility was built in the 40s, so 80 plus years was the original structure. Let's fast forward to a few days before we're taping here. End of May, you had a grand reopening of this facility. You told me off camera before we hit the record button that the facility was basically done in the wintertime. But let's backtrack a handful of days ago to the reopening. What did that day mean to you personally?
To me personally,
Yes.
well, as a obviously big supporter of the airport and member of the Crawford County Airport Authority, I want the community to be here. This is a public building. It's everybody's building. It's not my building. And this was our opportunity to share with the community, show the community what we have out here, show them that it isn't just for a handful of people that have airplanes,
yes.
that this is our building. Well, we have events out here. We have people giving plane rides out here.
Right.
There's so many. We have meeting rooms out here people can use.
Yes.
There's so many things the community can use, and we're really proud of what we rebuilt, and we want to showcase it to the community.
I'm going to have some video shots throughout this segment here. Tell folks at home what are some of the features of the new building.
Mm-hmm. But me personally,
Yes.
What it means to me
Well, what does it mean?
is that I get to show the community something I'm proud of, that we all work together. Yeah, you're going to take a shot of the plaque of our board and
Yes.
the architect, and we all work together to provide this to the public, and we're proud of it, and I'm proud of it.
Well, we were us three that worked on the Out Crawford County program. We were heartbroken because you did such an amazing job telling your story. We were. We don't like to say we pick favorites in our story programs that we did because those are our babies. We put a lot of effort into those programs. But your story on this place, your love for it, we'll talk about the air show, the way you presented the story on the Crawford County Airport. It made it tough for us to go, wow, what a great place, and just like that. So I'm very happy for you and the community to have this place back in this newer form.
And we appreciate it. I know I got many emails, phone calls from your staff after it saying, oh, we feel so bad because we were there, it was so great. And we appreciated the thoughts of those of us that work together.
Yes, absolutely. It was very much a team effort to do that program, and we're glad to be back here, albeit because of what happened 3 years ago. So this new version of the Crawford County Airport, as I looked outside your new building with all the glass walls you could see outside, they're still building some stuff out there, an additional taxi lane that will be very important for the planes.
Yes, this was actually a project that was in the works before the tornado.
Okay.
Because government-funded projects take years between the funding, the bidding. You have to do a lot of work when you're a government entity to be sure it's done properly and fairly. So then we got delayed by the tornado, obviously.
Right.
So for safety, we are going to have a full parallel taxiway to our main runway, which we don't currently have. When you land, you have to taxi back on the runway.
Right.
Well, that's not a good situation if there are other planes around. So now we'll have a full safe taxiway where as soon as you land, just like at a major airport, you can get off the runway and taxi back on that taxiway. And that will be done this year.
Okay. Is there anything else, Vicki, that you think you'd like to share with our folks at home? Well, actually, the sign right above the camera we have here, every couple of years. As you told in that previous story, it's not an annual thing, but every couple of years, you were very excited when you told us in your previous story for the Crawford County program about the air show that this airport holds every couple of years. Tell us how important that is to the community to be able to still be able to do that, because you still were able to carry that air show even after the tornado.
Right. Last year, originally it was scheduled the year after the tornado. Well, we weren't ready.
Correct.
So we put it off a year, and we had it last year.
Okay.
And it went very well, and this is our opportunity to, again, give to the community and have the community see what we have out here. But the air show itself, it's free. Most air shows are not free.
True.
We get sponsors, and we do use some airport funds to put it on. They're not cheap, but we do get a lot of sponsorship money, which helps. And we just really like doing it and showcasing and giving this great free show to the public.
Well, this is our third episode we're taping at this time of this new program on WEIU Digital TV. What a backdrop to have some planes behind us in this newly rebuilt hangar. Vicki May, if there's nothing else left to add on the Crawford County Airport, we thank you for your time sharing what an important part of this area, Crawford County and southeastern Illinois, this place is. So thank you for the time, and great to see you again.
Well, thank you, Rameen. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And that's been our latest stop here on Rameen's Road Trips here in Crawford County. Stay tuned for more episodes wherever we're going here on Rameen's Road Trips.
You think it's okay?
You'll have to tell her it's playing.
This playing on me on TV.
YouTube.
Who's warrior?
Have some fun there.
Since 1947, Culligan Water of Charleston at 914 18th Street has been your local water treatment specialist in the area. They offer services and recommendations for any water concern you may have. To learn more, choose Culligan.com or by phone at 348-0159. And remember, hey Culligan man.
Harrelson Plumbing and Heating provides HVAC, sewer, septic, and more to Mattoon and the surrounding area. Harrelson also has portable toilets and a restroom trailer for on-site events. For more information, visit harrelsonplumbing.com or call 217-235-0987.